Alrighty then guys, hello and welcome to what is the Interleague Challenge Tier 3, and it is round 2 of 2 here in this championship, this 6v6 between RRL, ABRL and IFC. We saw some wonderful racing at Belgium last time out, and well, we should see some wonderful racing here today, as well as Kopi will be the first person to start his lap, just as a run through of the leagues and what team they are using. So IFC are using Red Bull, AlphaTauri and Alpine. RRL are using Ferrari, McLaren and Alfa Romeo. If you see red or orange, then it's RRL. ABRL are then using the rest, so they are using Mercedes, Haas and Williams. The drivers for each team then is Koi, White Wolf, Ronda, Kopi, Eli and Skyon for IFC. For RRL it's Kevin, Pato, Cake, Taylor, Francis, Bladesman and someone else is joining. And for RRL it's Freedom, Real Legend, Falcon, maybe Mason Gammon and Alex. Of course, the win for Koi last time out, 1-2 for IFC, which allowed them to take home 44 points. ABRL only managing 42, and RRL only managing, I think it was 12 in the end. Not a good showing for them, as Kopi sets at 17.3. We'll have to see how fast these guys can be. I do know that that White Wolf has been setting 13.9s in TT, so watch out for him. Scott and Desert with a 15.9, maybe with a 15.5, and Falcon with a 15.8 there. The two Mercedes and ABRL drivers doing well. Freedom, he was looking so good. Qualified, of course, on, I think it was second place, almost first. McCoy might have just jumped him off. Freedom did get pole, I've forgotten. But, wow, he was taken out by Eli. So Eli has got a punishment. He can only do one lap of qualifying in each session. So one shot qualifying for him in every single session. He's going to come out right at the end, and he's going to do his absolute best. He only gets one attempt at his qualifying per qualifying session. Of course, there being 3 qualifying sessions, 5 people will be eliminated at the end of this one. And the next one is Freedom, sets at 15.2 and goes right up to fastest. Koi about to cross the line here. Last time's out race winner, as he's getting up the gears, about to activate the DRS and then cross the line. What time would it be for Koi? It's 5th place for him. He really would have wanted more there. It's all about the practice, this track, of course. No experience from previous games. It is all about who can get it right on the day, who has done practice since this track came onto the game, and Alex goes up in the 6th place there. That's in 5th, and it's a 1-2-3 for ABRL as it stands. Every single driver on the soft compound tire. Oh, sorry, not 5 people eliminated. I just realised that I said 5 people eliminated. There will be 3 people eliminated at the end of this one. Expecting someone to crash at some point. It's tier 3, obviously the lowest of the tiers we do in ILC, as ABRL and RRL only have 3 tiers, whereas IFC have 6, but it wouldn't be fair to make them run 6 tiers with it. Alex now on a lap. Oh, and the Hassie spins round for ABRL. Not good there for him. But those tyres, not toes, those tyres are going to be absolutely boiling now. And he won't be liking that. Big shame. Mason Gammon does get Aqua Minerale right. Very nicely done then from Mason Gammon. Very good friend of another ABRL driver in Tier 1, I believe it is, who is Gravy Bucket. No, Tier 2, sorry, Gravy Bucket. Those two very good friends. Known each other since they both started league racing. So, yeah. Mason Gammon about to get up the gears and cross the line now. What time can he put together? It's enough for third place, sorry. Not fifth, not second, but third place, and that's a top 4 for ABRL as it stands. Absolutely flying. Kevin spoils that party though. He goes up in a 4th for RRL. Bladesman has invalidated his lap. We're going to see a lot of that today, unfortunately. It's very, very easy to invalidate here. Let's go on board with White Wolf for this one though, shall we? White Wolf heading down towards turn 1 with that DRS activated. Gets that very, very nicely done through that Tamburello chicane. And now he comes towards Villeneuve. Very fast chicane, especially for this track. Freedom goes fast with a 14.9 there. Very, very well done from him. White Wolf now still smashing on as he comes towards Toso. He gets that very nicely done there on the Italian curbs. I love those curbs. They really do bring some lights to it. Normally they're just red and white, and these, of course, the Italian flag all around the track. Of course, the track is in Italy as White Wolf comes to Aqua Minerale. Very, very nicely done through there for the IFC driver here in that beautiful Alpine car. Unfortunately, it doesn't say L Plan on the back, but it's still a very, very nice Alpine car. Of course, Fernando Alonso in real life got L Plan on the back of his car for the final race, obviously. A little bit of a joke, ties in with some memes there. There's White Wolf now about to cross the line in that Alpine, gets up the gears. He'll activate the DRS and take the shortest run to the line. What time it be for White Wolf? It's enough for fastest, of course it is, and by 0.2 of a second as well. Very, very well done there. Is Coy on a fast lap here? It seems to be. Yeah, he is on a fast lap. What time can Coy put together as he comes through the final 2 corners, 2 90-degree corners, quite tricky corners actually. A little bit off camber as you enter them, so it's a little bit on edge there as Coy's about to cross the line. He's not fast enough. He's down by 2 seconds. I think he was just starting on it. You're a legend on the lap. Ronda Power on a lap. He came second last time out, and only enough for 12th. Lots of people done some practice, I think. A lot of people put in the effort. The IFC boys need to show that little extra effort if they want to take a win here today. Because, of course, that gap, only 2 points. And, well, ABRL currently in 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 11th, and 14th. So they're looking good. Only 2 drivers outside the top 10, and that one is, well, one of them is in 11th, so very, very close to the top 10. Oh, Ronda's in the gravel. Ronda has spun in the gravel round at, I believe that is turn 9, 8 or not, I don't know. He's spun though around that corner. Freedom has retired from the session. Hello, Lantern. Of course, it isn't just about the Tier 3 Championship here today. I don't think RRL can manage to win this one, and it's most likely they won't be able to win this overall. But of course, it's possible. They're going to be fighting as hard as they can for it, of course, but it's also about the overall championship as well. They want to make sure they get as many points as they can for RRL. Of course, they'll make sure that they still have a fighting chance, of course, being right the way up there in Tier 1. And yeah, having an absolute blinder in Tier 1. They've really been up there. In Tier 2 and Tier 1, unfortunately, they had a bad day at the office. In Tier 3 last time out. It's actually quite funny though, because it's always been 2 teams versus each other. In Tier 3 last week, of course, it was ABRL versus IFC. In Tier 2, it was ABRL versus RRL. And in Tier 1, it was RRL versus IFC, really. So, very, very good to see. And especially the fact that smaller leagues like ABRL and RRL are fighting IFC hard. IFC not using their strongest lineups. Actually, lots of this Tier 3 lineup is mainly, we've got some Tier 5s in there, but it's a very, very strong lineup nonetheless. So White Wolf, yeah, he's Tier 3. Coy, Tier 3, but Skyon Tier 4. Ronda's Tier 5. Kopi is Tier 3. Eli also Tier 3. But that's 2 people that aren't in the correct tier, really. Yeah. other leagues, of course, not having the opportunity to do that. So. I mean, mate, they've got a tier 5 driver and a tier 4 driver in a tier 3 race. It's not exactly the strongest of lineups. Of course, yes, White Wolf is extremely fast, a 13.8 in time trial, but yeah. That's a shame, XN, that's a shame. France is up by 2/10 in Sector 1 then. What can he put together in the remainder of the lap as he's about to reach that split for Sector 2? What time can RRL Francis be setting? It's very, very good lap time there from him. 4/10 up on his previous time. What time can he put together here as he comes through the final couple corners here at this beautiful, beautiful track? Very, very nicely tucked in there. Gets on the throttle nice and early. And misses the apex second time round though. Little mistake there from Francis. He'll take the shortest run to the line, of course. Across this line, it's enough for 4th place. Very, very nicely done indeed. Coy has crashed. He's out. Coy has spun. He's out. He will not be competing in the next part of qualifying. And Coy, the man who won last time out, comes crashing down. Oh, big, big shame for Coy there. It's not looking like IFC's day so far, with only 2 drivers in the top 10. Of course, one of them being on pole position at the moment. Eli now coming out of the pits. This will be his one and only shot. We'll go on board with him when he starts that lap. It'll be interesting to see what he can do as Kopi falls to the side. Eli getting that penalty due to him taking out Freedom, seemingly almost on purpose through that. I've forgotten what it's called again, but through the comms. There we go. Just before the hairpin. Legend jumped up into 5th. He made an improvement of 2 seconds there. Very nicely done from him. Pato Cakes on a lap now currently as well. Holding down an Alex MP on laps. Alex MP actually cooling down and holding down, doing the same. Kevin down slightly at the moment. The real legend, of course, just improved. And Francis on a slow lap. Everyone pulling into the pits. Whereas Eli just coming out of the pits here. He is the only one who's going to be going for a lap soon, because Pato Cakes, well, he is just about to cross the line and finish his one. So I will be the only one on fast lap. Pato Cakes has gone slowest of people with a lap time set. Eli throwing it round corners there. He's trying to avoid traffic, I believe. He's gone at a time where not many people are out there, so he can get a clear track and he'll be all good for the start of this one. Right, then his one and only chance. We'll go on board with him now as he tucks the car into that final kink. Now into the first in the corner there. And now down towards the first chicane through Tamburello. He gets that very nicely first time round. And for the second part as well. Still kink onto the short straight before Villeneuve. It's looking good so far from Eli as he hits a nice apex there. And again, looking very strong as Eli at the moment. Known for his consistency in IFC. He's showing that at the moment with this lap time. Probably the best person to get the one-shot quali ban in IFC's perspective, because he is a very, very good driver. Let's do this then as he's coming down towards Aqua Minerale now. He tucks the car in. Very nicely done from him there. Looking so stable, that car. It's not moving around erratically at all. Perfectly placed and really working for him. He sets a purple middle sector. He's absolutely flying on this lap as he's coming towards the final couple corners now. This is it for Eli. He comes through. Final 2 corners. Looking still pretty planted. A little bit of loss of the rear end on the last one, as he's using all of the track, almost touching the gravel there. Crosses the line. It's enough for 3rd. I think he'll be safe. Very, very nicely done from Eli there. So I think get himself through to Q2. With only one attempt, as Sky and Desert is stood still on his outlap. That is not allowed in the slightest in real life, but it's fine in the game. As now we're on the power. 5 tenths up in the first sector, he should be. We know how fast this man is coming second. Yesterday, he could have taken the win if he hadn't backed off to allow Koi to win due to Koi's 3-second penalty. But we're on the power now, coming down towards the final 2 corners. He's 5 tenths up in the first sector. Middle sector, I forgot to check. As now he comes through that final corner, misses the apex slightly, but nice and planted on the exit from Ronda Power. Across this line, what's hoping to be for Ronda Power? Oh, it's only enough for 12th. Oh, I would have hoped for more. I think we do still have some more time in this session. Must do. It can't just be 30 seconds left. There is no way. If you guys have any predictions of the race, please do put them in the chat. It'd be really nice to hear what you guys think of this one, what you guys think will take place. Any crashes you think might happen, anything like that, please do let me know in that chat. And yeah, I don't think it's I don't think our timings are correct. Oh no, they are correct. So that is the end of Q1. Kopi with 1 attempt here then. Alex is out. Hold it down on an outlap. He will not be finishing this qualifying session. Koi is out as well. So Kopi, the only man who can save himself. He'll drop Paso Cakes out. Ronda has just saved himself. Here we go. He's coming through the tricky left-hander there. Slightly off camber. He now comes towards Aqua Minerale. Very nice corner, that one. He's flat out in the first section. Through the second section, he gets that nice and tucked in. A little bit loose than he would have wanted, but he's looking good so far, is Kopi, as he now flies through this pretty awful chicane. It's so painful to drive. Sky on Desert giving Kopi a little bit of a slipstream there coming down towards the final 2 corners. Great teamwork from IFC there. Hope it doesn't go as bad as an attempted one last time out where, I don't know what tier it was in. I can't remember, but they did crash into each other at some point, and, someone was out. Kopi not done enough! He was not fast enough. He will be starting in P16. Hold it down has been allowed to start his lap then. He was on his out lap, but he's been allowed to start it. Yeah, he's out. He's been told to back out. He'd only be pushing his teammate down, but yeah, he does need to back out. Hold down if you listen. Oh, he's invalidated. We're all good. Invalidated. Lovely, lovely. Oh, come on, real legend. You meant to cross the line, not go into the pits. Just wasting time at that stage. Oh, good. He did retire anyway. Hold it out. No. No, the game will not fix Koi's car. So Koi is out. The car will not have been fixed in time. So Koi will not be competing in the next part of qualifying. So 2 IFC drivers out. 1 RRL and 1 ABRL. Even if Hold It Down does get fast on Pato Cakes. One second. Let me switch to game chat and then I'll... that might work. Hold it down. Back off this lap now. This is the race director speaking. Back off this lap. You are out of qualifying. Please do just calm this one down. Slow down. Otherwise you will be penalised. Sorry, Koi. For shame. You know what? I wouldn't mind being a race director. I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be hella fun. Don't worry, he didn't make it. He was not fast enough to get through anyway, so it didn't matter. Hold It Down is out. He will be starting ahead of Kopi though, which, oh, he can't. Right. He shouldn't be starting ahead of Kopi. Kopi should be starting in P16. That's going to be that should be a penalty in my opinion for holding down, not listening to what people had to say. So not good for me. Still really impressed by Eli there. 3rd place with 1 lap to do it. He is absolutely flying. He can get himself right the way up there in Q3. Imagine what he can do in the race with some more practice laps, eh? Alrighty then, Q2. We'll be getting away as soon as the drivers decide to come out of the pit lane, basically. Again, we should be seeing Eli coming out of the pits right at the end of this session on probably the soft compound tyre. But maybe a Mason Gammon switching on to that medium tyre. And so is the real legend there, so is Kevin. You'll see a flurry of medium tyres popping up in just a second, I would suspect. Mason Gammon will be the first person out the pit lane. Mason's gamer tag, of course, I believe, used to... Oh, excuse me. That was an awful sneeze. I believe his gamer tag used to be DJ Rock. Oh, he's in the wall! He's out! He has crashed it out, and he will be starting in P14 unless Skyon and Kevin somehow don't set a lap time. Big shame for Mason Gammon though. I don't know how he's managed to drop it there, I really don't. He's just come into this corner, and then on the exit just bang into the wall. I think his wheel must have disconnected. There's no way you do that without it being disconnected. Real Legend will be the first person to start a lap then for Williams and of course ABRL. This driver showing some pace last time out, not quite enough to do loads, but he was looking good last time out. Those he was getting up is activating that DRS, crossing the line to start this one. And let's do a volume up section, shall we? And you can just enjoy this lap. Let me just quickly turn up my volume. Right, of course he immediately backs off. We'll go up with Sky. Oh, he's hit the wall. He's not out, but he has smashed the wall there. Let me turn down the volume again. Massive shame for Sky on there. He's completely lost his front wing. And Ron the Power will be the first person to complete a lap. As now Ronda coming down towards the final two corners. What together? Expecting something around the 14s, maybe even into the 13s. It's a 16.3 and Ronda so off the pace at this track. Really confusing after being so fast last week. IFC seem to have lost their way. Sky Desert's crashed. Isn't out. He's lost his front wing, but he isn't out, so I'll be happy about that. Maybe on a flying lap out to cross the line for Mercedes and of course ABRL as he's getting up the gears. And cross the line. What time to be for? Maybe. It's enough for fastest. Very nicely done there. Beating Ronda Power, who's on the soft compound tyre. Ronda doing the same time as the medium runners are doing on the softs. Oof, not good at all. Oh, Skyon's in the grass, of course. Kevin going fastest there, 15.9 for the RRL driver. Very nicely done indeed from him. Francis just starting lap. Bladesman just starting lap. Freedom just starting lap. White Wolf just about to start a lap. Taylor Boss on his out lap. Skyon getting a new nose fitted. The game's switching camera so much. What is it? What is happening? Freedom now coming through at Raleigh. Very nicely done through there, so fast. And no loss to rear end at all. He smashed that through there. Absolutely amazing. He'll get some dirty air off of Taylor Boss, but I don't think RRL and IFC will care. Of course, Freedom looking to be one of the faster drivers in this one. He's coming towards that final corner now. He's getting up the gears, tacking it back in again. Once again, getting up the gears. And coming towards Ryan, activating the DRS, crossing line. What's going to be for Freedom? It's enough for fastest, of course it is. The 14.8 from Freedom. Very, very nicely done there from him. He is absolutely smashing it so far. A whole second in the lead to Kevin. Some people seem to be really struggling on the mediums. They're struggling. This guy looks rapid. Yeah, Freedom, if you remember last week, was so rapid. Got taken out by Eli, so didn't live up to his potential. Did come third in the end, but he definitely could have won that race. White Wolf for the 14.8. It's going to be a race between these two today, isn't it? It really, really is. Freedom versus White Wolf for the win, I think it's going to be. And, well, Freedom's winning so far. Well, actually, it's even, because White Wolf fastest in Q1, and currently Freedom fastest in Q2. Those times will not be beaten. They can pretty much just pull into pits now. And retire. Falcon pulling into pits. He's not going to retire, though. Taylor Boss going through the final couple of corners. What time can he finish? Of course, an IFC Tier 5 driver driving for RRL. So he's Tier 3 in RRL. Taylor now, about to cross the line, activating that DRS, crossing the line, it's enough for 7th for Taylor Boss. Very committed driver is Taylor Boss. Actually, my teammates in IFC. Holder down has left the session once again. And he's invalidated his lap as Taylor. Big shame for him. Bladesman getting those tyres nice and toasty. Not Taylor Boss, as Skyon. Down towards the first couple of corners. He goes on the grass already to Skyon. Oh, he's really not liking that little kink, is he? As he's messed it up once again as Skyon. He really has to get himself together here. No, you cannot park on the track. We saw an AlphaTauri doing that earlier at this exact corner at Tosa. And yeah, a bit like that. Just a little bit of less, but no. Wait, Real Legend 5 seconds up in the first sector. Of course he is, because he was a bit there. As he's 11 seconds up now, so that is currently enough for a 17, sorry. Oh, he's invalidated though. Big shame for him. Real Legend about to cross the line, just start a new lap. Pato Cake's just starting a lap. Sky Desert will just start a new lap now. He needs to be careful with those tyres to Skyon. I think he's lost his head a little bit there. Pato Cake getting in the way of Real Legend a little bit there. Bit of a cheeky strategy, maybe. My screen is glitched. What is happening? Not on the screen. The stream is fine. There we go. Pato Cake on a flying lap currently, the only one on a flying lap who hasn't invalidated. It's only got a choice of 2. It's now Pato Cake is on that medium compound tyre, so looking to get into the top 10 and decently in it as well. Of course, wanting to solidify his place in Q3 for RL after a not so insane race last time. Of course, lots of people not racing last time out. People switching almost their whole team. No, of course not. But people switching a decent amount of their team just for this track. Of course, it's all about how much practice you put in. As Pato Cake crosses the line, what time to be for him? It's enough for only P10. Very quite a slow lap there from him. I think I saw him letting through. He was letting through Real Legend earlier. Freedom has retired from the session in the pit lane. He thinks he's safe. Francis has decided to back out there. Pato Cake 6 seconds up in that first sector. The sector he wasn't pushing. And he'll gain some more in the second sector as well. He crosses the split. And it is up by 9 seconds now. So that being 18 currently. He needs to find another about 2 seconds if he really wants to make sure he's up in that top 10 here. As he's coming down towards the final 2 corners now. Making sure he's right on the edge of the limits as he's in that beautiful, beautiful Ferrari. It's an under-race livery, I have to say. And now down towards the line. He activates the DRS. Cross the line, what's on you for Pato Cake? It's enough for P10. Doesn't improve by enough to beat Blake. Hello, RL. Desert on a lap now. So is Taylor. He's in validation. So is Francis. Ronda Power on a lap then as well. Both AlphaTauris on a lap. Pato Cake has got to get out of the way here. He just gets out of the way in time as Ronda sets a purple sector 1. So importantly, Pato got out of the way there. Ronda Power maybe could challenge Freedom and White Wolf here later on in this lap. Eli just starting his flying lap. Watch out for him. Remember, this is his only chance. He's got to make sure he doesn't invalidate and just get through to Q3. He came 3rd in Q1, remember, so he can definitely perform. Sky and Desert sets a purple middle sector. He's looking good. Oh, he messes up the chicane. He's fine, though. Still going. Hasn't invalidated and still pushing on is Sky and Desert. He now comes down towards the final couple corners. What time will it be for Sky on Desert as he gets up the gears, about to cross the line? What time will it be for the AlphaTauri driver? It's enough for 6th. Very, very nicely done there from him. Ronda Power enough for 3rd. And what will Eli get? He's close to the line now as well. Eli now coming down towards those final 2 corners in that Alpine for IFC. This is his only shot. If he messes this up, Q2 is all over for him as he gets up the gears. Activates the DRS. Cross the line. What time would it be for Eli? Oh, he smashed it once again. Up into 4th place. He's an absolute mastermind. And he should be safe. Wow, you'll see this man in Q3 where again he only has 1 attempt. Real Legend jumps up into 3rd. Very well done from him there. Looking good so far. Let's have a quick look at the best. So Kevin and maybe we'll expect big improvements from. These two looking strong on that medium tyre. They'll be just going out there for safety. As Sky on Desert just kind of limping back round now, along with Ronda Power. I think they're just holding people up a little bit, actually. Because they're holding up people on their outlaps, which is kind of smart with 40 seconds to go. It's not going to work, but it's kind of smart. Bladesman and Pato Cake are not going to improve. So only one person will be out at the moment. That will be Falcon, but I think Falcon's going to improve as Taylor jumps up further. Eli, remember, cannot improve his time. He's not allowed to. Kevin maybe you're looking for an improvement. Sky on Desert has run out of fuel. He will not be able to improve. So it will be Falcon or Sky on going out here. And Falcon down by 0.3 in the first sector. What's the split in the second? He's up very slightly. Not enough so far on Sky on. If he makes any mistakes, this is over for Falcon. It is between him and Skyon to who will be going out with Bladesman, Pato Cake and Mason Gammon here in Q2 as he comes towards the line now. He'll get up the gears, activate that DRS, crossing line. What time to be for Falcon is enough. He pushes Sky on Desert out, and that means that it's 2 RRL, 1 ABRL and 1 IFC out in this qualifying session, which means that ABRL will have the most people in this Q3 session with 1, 2, 3, 4 people, IFC with 3 and RRL with 3. But IFC kind of only have half a person because Eli, of course, can only set 1 lap time. And Kevin, remember, and maybe starting on medium compound tyre as it stands, as long as they decide not to improve, which I think they will be told to not improve. Kevin, yeah, they both backed off. Just putting into the pits now, the 2 drivers, and we'll be getting underway for Q3. Of course, the one that decides the grid for the top 10. So the tyres you use does not matter at all. It's going to be Freedom versus White Wolf for the pole position. Real Legend and Ronda, and it's really just Real Legend for third at the moment. He's in a little bit of a no man's land there. And then it's a 3-way battle between Eli, Taylor and Ronda. 3 guys who know each other very, very well from IFC in for a battle for 4th. Right then, it is Sky on Bladesman, Pato Cake and Mason Gammon out of this qualifying session, which leaves us with only 4 ABRL, 3 IFC, and 3 RRL. 4, 3, 3. Ooh, that's interesting. White Wolf asking how much more pace Freedom has, and, well, Freedom said, let's see, Winky Face. It's wet, I think. And I have to agree. I think it might be wet. I think we've seen our fastest lap times, and who can do this? Oh no, TJ. TJ, you've got it wrong, mate. I think we are seeing some rain. It's drizzling here in Imola. No, only 3, TJ. It's White Wolf, Ronda and Eli. Taylor's not driving for IFC. Oh no. Yeah, Taylor is Taylor's RRL. Yeah. He's changed it. There we go. I think he's changed it. I'd say it like 3 times. How many ILC drivers with him? But yeah, it's fine. Right, that's interesting. Eli's decided, you know what? This time I'm going first. I'm doing it. I'm going for it straight away. Because it's slightly raining, so you need to go out first. That's why. It's only going to get wetter. These fast times have to come in now if you're going to do anything about it. And Taylor, Falcon, and maybe all not out the pitch yet. That could be a massive blunder on their part. What if it starts raining more? What if it suddenly chucks it down and the best times you can put together are on the intermediate tyre? It means that your qualifying is pretty much over. Real Legend's got out so fast. He's absolutely smashed that. But yeah, you've got to get out quickly, and Taylor Boss has not done that. He's got on telling his fellow companions to do the lap as fast as they physically can. I think they're going to, as Eli's giving himself some space to Kevin. And White. Oh, someone's in the wall. Real Legend in the wall at the final corner. He's hit the wall. And, well, that lap is going to be invalidated, the one he's about to go on to. Oh, no, it's not. Somehow it's not. He has nowhere near enough speed, though. He's surely going to have to back off. He's right in White Wolf's dirt, yeah. He's going to struggle. Yeah, he's already struggling. He's got to really pull to the side for Kevin now. Eli will be no, he won't be the first man, sorry. White Wolf will be the first man to complete a lap. Between Freedom and White Wolf, we thought, but it could be now everyone. Of course, with everyone being out on track at the exact same time. We've got 5 drivers within the space of about within straight, there are 5 drivers currently. Ridiculous how close these guys are. It's Kevin right behind Real Legend. He gets out the way nicely, almost hits Kevin. There's Real Legend. Is Kevin invalidated? I think he might have. He did invalidate. Big shame for him there. Anyone else invalidated? No, they haven't. White Wolf then. First man to cross the line. He'll have the driest track of everyone as he's coming through the final 2 corners now. Hold it down as rejoins. He'll be starting in P15. 16, sorry, actually. As now White Wolf getting up the gears. And then the DRS crossing the line. What time to be for White Wolf? It's 17.4 for him. That is the time to beat Real Legend with a 20. We knew that wasn't going to be fast. Rondo with a 17.5. Eli's out! Something's happened to Eli. He's out. I think he might have been validated, so had to stop himself there. Freedom starts his lap now. I think he invalidated, so Eli starting in P10 most likely. Taylor Boss coming towards his lap now as well, coming towards the final couple of corners. What can Taylor put together here? Oh, he gets a massive snap oversteer. Look more planted through the final one, but missing the apex. Crossing the line, what time to be for Taylor Boss? It's only enough for P4. Maybe splits the 2 IFC drivers. Rondo right next to him in terms of time, and Rondo 1.5 tenths down in the first sector, trying to push the car too much to Aqua Minerale, and makes a big mistake. As White Wolf does a very similar thing. I think there's no way you can eke any more time out of these laps at this stage. Freedom invalidated again, I believe, and wow, they are really struggling with this. I think it will be White Wolf on pole there, though. Then. If it's going to stay like this, well, I think it's going to be White Wolf on pole. If the rain stays, no way anyone's going to improve that significantly. Freedom with an 18.2 there, with an invalidation, which normally saves you time. He is really struggling for grip and for time. Falcon close to crossing the line. We'll keep an eye on him. What time can he get? Taylor Boss has slowed down. Maybe has also slowed down. I think they've almost all given up. I think Freedom will be trying to beat Real Legend. I think he knows he can beat Real Legend. And Kevin will put in the lap time to push Eli down to 10th. There's White Wolf. Yeah, he's on the inters now. I think this will be the end of the qualifying order then. Of course, Freedom can beat Real Legend, but yeah, I think that will be the end of the qualifying order. That is all I think he can. All I think these drivers can do. Taylor went up into 4th place on his lap. White Wolf saying that it was stressful. Well, I'm not surprised, but he is, I believe, on pole position. Freedom invalidates again. He's just got to settle lap time. He'll beat Real Legends time as long as it's not really wet. But yeah. It's a bit of an underwhelming Q3, isn't it? Bit underwhelming. Obviously, we'll keep watching for the remaining 6 minutes, but it's very unlikely that the track will dry out. It's almost better off for the drivers if they do just retire. Freedom saying that IFC boys are donkeys. They are both in the pits at the moment. France is now coming through the chicane, well, not the chicane, the final chicane of 3 at this track. Of course, they changed the layouts after Ayrton Senna's death at Tamburello. It was just not a safe enough corner to be racing, really. So they added a couple of chicanes and made the track safer. Although they didn't lose the character of the track, but it did slow it down. ABRL 43? They had 42. I'm so sure they had 42. Let me check. Right, so I'm just going to double check how much you can physically get. I'm so sure they had 42. My bad if they did have 43. Right, yeah, okay, pens, yeah, fair enough. Forgot about pens. Forgot they existed. Yeah. My bad. My bad on that one. And then just give you guys a rundown of the standings for all 3 tiers then. So IF in tier 3, which is what we're watching right now. The first round, IFC leading by 1.44 points to IFC, 43 to ABRL, 15 for RRL. Tier 2, RRL of 55, ABRL with 36 and IFC with 10. In Tier 1, IFC with 58, RRL with 29 and ABRL with 14. The crowd should have brought coach, shouldn't they? Freedom, the man who was looking so fast, he was fighting White Wolf for the pole. We thought, well, he'll be starting down in P9. Asking Wall to retire. I'm going to go into game chat again because it's fun. For all drivers on chat, could please retire. That'd be absolutely wonderful. We want to get this race underway as soon as possible. Thank you for listening, everybody. Yeah, just retire on track as soon as possible. Yeah, I'm a good man. Freedom putting a message to Eli saying, "Don't pump me this week." Well, I think Elon might be bringing in the strategies again. I'm joking. Of course, he's not going to do that. He didn't mean to do it last week. He's not going to do it again. If he does do it again, that will raise some questions. But yeah, he won't do it again. Maybe Kevin, if you're listening, could you please retire, lads? That'd be wonderful. Sitting weirdly really does screw up your body, doesn't it? I've been sitting weirdly this whole stream so far, and it's killed my bottom half of my back. Ooh. Right, okay, so overall standings after penalties applied. Before the penalties, it was 114 to IFC, 114 to RL, and I've forgotten what ABRL had. But now it's got close. It's got further away at the top. IFC on 112, RL on 99, and ABRL on 93 after the first round. Wow. Right then, it's White Wolf on pole, maybe in second, Ronda in third. It's 1-3 for IFC. They're looking good at the moment. Ronda Power putting in a good time there. It's Taylor Boss in fourth, Falcon fifth, Francis sixth, Real Legend seventh, Kevin eighth, Freedom ninth, and Eli 10th. I'm just going to quickly I might as well do the maths for what the current score would be. So for IFC, that would be 41 points for IFC as it stands. Of course, this is only qualifying, so it doesn't really matter. For ABRL, it would be 36, and for ROL, it would be 24. We'll see. We shall see, won't we? If everyone could ready up, that'd be wonderful. Just need everyone to do that, then we can get underway for the next part of course, what is the race. Give it a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, I think the guy left, didn't he? Guy left. That's the problem. Someone try and get what's his face back in. Hold her down. Hey, he's back in. Lovely. I'm actually just going to quickly switch to a game chat to let them all know exactly what's going on. Might as well. This is quite fun, actually. Right then, guys, please do bear with us for 1 second. Just some technical issues. We will, I repeat, not be restarting as it stands. We will be waiting a couple minutes. Thank you. Yeah, let's reset. Everybody reset. Sorry. We've run into a problem, so everybody please do leave the lobby. We'll be getting back in. Yeah, we'll be going back in just a second. So, yeah. Reset. And we'll be going again just a second. I'm gonna have to restart the stream, so we will see you guys in. I'll see you guys back in just a second. So.